Absana is 7 months old. She weighed less than 7 kilograms when she entered this camp, almost half the weight of what a child her age should be. She is one of a growing number of severely malnourished children who are suffering from lack of food and unhygienic living conditions. They have fled to camps like these in Herat. Their families are too poor and helpless to survive without outside help. Her family travelled 350 kilometres to Herat to escape hunger and conflict. It's an all too familiar story. In Afghanistan, more than 40% of children under the age of 5 have stunted growth through lack of food and poor nutrition, and 10% are wasting away to skin and bones. It leaves them prone to illness and disease and sometimes an early death. By the end of this year, it is estimated that around 2 million children could suffer from severe malnutrition. The US is the largest food donor here. This year it has donated nearly $70 million to support food and nutrition programs. But the food lifeline can easily be cut. Afghanistan always needs more food, but the question is how to get it through to the people who really need it. The volatile security situation means that one armed group or another has to give agreement for those supplies to get through, and that is not always easy. The terrain is difficult, often crisscrossing territory controlled by armed factions. Food and medical convoys are dependent on the permission from these groups. No security means no food deliveries.
We had to leave our area because there was no food coming. The Taliban stopped it. I don't know why.
Instances of convoys being stopped have reduced in the last few years, but they still happen. That access is essential for mobile medical teams to help needy civilians. Aid workers have been attacked and killed in the past, and they too need protection from police.
We can't go everywhere because areas are too risky, and then we can't help children.
It's uncertain if stopping aid is a deliberate policy of armed groups or it's an inevitable consequence of this long-running conflict.
My call to all the parties to the conflict is give people a break. They've really had enough. This has been going on for nearly 40 years, for different reasons. But, you know, there are a lot of people here who know nothing but war, and they're yearning for peace, and they deserve that.
Unless there's a reduction in the conflict and improvement in terms of livelihoods to support communities, the situation affecting children and women may become much worse.
Happily, not for Absana. Her weight has increased by 700 grams in just a week. Soon she'll no longer be an acutely malnourished baby. She doesn't know it yet, but hers is a story of hope. Tony Birtley, Al Jazeera, Herat.